It's the Hell Fucking Yeah podcast.
So cool to meet you guys. Durry. So nice to meet you. Austin and Taryn, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Welcome to the Hell Fucking Yeah podcast. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Now you guys are from Minneapolis.
Correct.
Is that where you are now?
Yeah, we're actually like nearby. We say Minneapolis because that's the only place anyone knows. But we're actually from a suburb of Minneapolis called Burnsville, okay. But just south of it. But we say Minneapolis because, you know.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I live in New York. I'm on Long Island. But if I leave the country, I'm from New York City. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nobody knows what the hell Long Island is. I'm just like, I'm New York City. Even though I, don't really want to go to New York City often. It's a lot. I don't know if you've been there before.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been there before. I know.
Yeah. So now you guys are siblings?
Correct.
Yes, we are.
Yep. And Durie is our last name. So.
Okay. So that's where the name came from. Yep. When did you guys form?
We formed in 2020 in the pandemic, kind of as just a product of quarantine together and goofing around with music software.
Hey, a lot of silver linings came out of the pandemic. I talk about that all the time on the show. There's so many groups and people that I have on the show. Even myself, this came out of the pandemic. But you guys sound like you've been together for forever. Like it's so natural. It's such a natural sound. So is it just the two of you making all the music?
Yeah, so we have a couple like guest people that come in for some tracking and stuff on instrument that we can't do, and then we have like a drummer that drums for us. Okay. But we do all the instrumentation and the synths and all the vocals and stuff.
And the songwriting.
Yeah, we write all the stuff, obviously. Yeah, so it's not without help from anybody, but right. We pretty much do it all.
No, I get it. So Austin, I know a little bit about your musical background with Coyote Kid. Taryn, what about you? What's your musical background?
Yes, so I pretty much have zero musical background.
What?
We were actually homeschooled, and our mom is an art teacher and her dad is a music teacher, and so that's kind of the household we grew up in. So I have those kind of roots, but this is my first like musical project that I'm taking on. Wow.
So before this, you didn't play anything at all, or it's just in your blood?
I play some instruments here and there. I mainly play guitar.
Okay.
So like I went in with a little bit of knowledge, but I've never actually like made something out of that. So yeah, this is really my first thing. And it's been awesome to pair that up with Austin's experience. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Austin's experience, Coyote Kid. Now, to be honest with you, I had no idea about Durie until I was mindlessly flipping through TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
I had no idea.
You and the rest of the world.
Yeah, and you know what? The coolest thing about doing this show is that I get to meet people, and I get to, research them, even if there's not a lot about them out there, and find out, oh, this person did this, and find things I never knew. Now, Coyote Kid is very cool too. It has like this Western vibe to it. Is that what you're going for with that? Now, you're the lead of that band, right?
Correct. Yeah. I write all the Coyote Kid stuff and sing and play guitar and stuff. But Coyote Kid, it started as this crazy idea of like growing up. I was really into like comic books and stuff like that, and I wanted to make like a fantasy concept album band thing. And so the kind of Western elements are really a byproduct of the story being like a sci-fi Western thing.
Okay.
And all about the skeleton man. He's like our protagonist. But so all the musical elements are all inspired by the story of that. So that's kind of where that whole genre sound, whatever, came from with that. So
it's very cool. Yeah. And I noticed it was mentioned as being like cinematic in a way, and you definitely can pick up on that. I mean, just from hearing Femme Fatale, it's something like I'd hear in a like Tarantino score,
Bingo.
Like so that really resonates well. Is there going to be any more projects with that, or are you going to mainly kind of focus on Durry at the moment?
You know, it's a little up in the air right now. We have Coyote Kid has another album like half done. So like we'll keep tracking with that. I'm kind of shifting my focus a little bit to Durry for now. You know, we'll see kind of where things go. But Coyote Kid is really established and we have a lot of fans, stuff like that. So we're not gonna like just drop the ball or anything like that. But yeah, you know, not really super determined yet. But we have a bunch of cool new music. The next Coyote Kid album is going to be like a futuristic sci-fi thing with like synths and gnarly stuff like that. But
I love that.
Yeah, that's a whole new thing for that. But anyway, but yeah, I think that I'd take a lot of that the cinematic inspiration of Coyote Kid and kind of like shifted genre of movies, and that's what Durry is more like, we're not doing, you know, action sci-fi, we're doing like, you know, like coming of age, you know, teenage 80s movies. Like
sure. No, I get that vibe actually. That's what I like the most about it actually, is that it feels like a different time when I hear it. Like it brings me back to, see, I grew up in the like 90s. I mean, I grew up in the 80s, but when I was really getting into music was the 90s, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it kind of reminds me of that time. And I'm not even saying like the sound of it, just the feeling of it.
Yeah, we call our genre nostalgic indie just because of that feeling.
It's awesome, and it really works. That's what I like so much about it. It doesn't feel overproduced. It doesn't feel like any kind of gimmick. It's just, it reminds me of a simpler time.
Yeah.
And I don't, you know, a lot of things you hear on the radio now, you know, I hate the saying there's no good music anymore. I really hate that saying. And, you know, I understand why it's said, because you put on the radio and it's the same 10 songs every hour, and you get sick. Even if you like the songs, you get sick of them and you don't want to hear them anymore. And it just sucks. Right.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to look. You need to look out there for different things. And sometimes things find you. Like when I know you existed, like I said, and I'm glad I did, you know. And then there's the whole other side of it too with TikTok, like, you know, Island Boys, that big trend that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I don't think I've ever insulted anyone on this show, and I'm not going to start now. Okay. But you need talent. That's just a key factor. And listen, I wish those guys the best, and I hope they make it and whatever. But they're missing the biggest factor, which is talent. Anyone can make music now, and it's all DIY. You can put out your own thing, and you can get noticed. Some people get noticed for the wrong reasons. And when I found out you guys were kind of blowing up on there, I was so excited. I was like, I got to get in touch with them and, you know, just have a little interview here. Because it is something that's missing. Like just this raw talent that you guys have. It's amazing. Who's Laughing Now is the big track that blew up. So, I mean, this is kind of an obvious question, but how did you feel when those numbers started going up and things felt like they were happening?
Yeah, no, yeah. So I put up that first video. So the first TikTok that kind of went crazy was a demo of just like part of the song.
Yes.
And that one, the song wasn't even done yet when I posted that. Like, I don't think Taryn had even heard it yet. It was just like, hey, here's an idea. Like, I had kind of given up on TikTok because I wasn't getting any traction with anything, but I was like, hey, this is kind of cool. Let's just give it a try. And so when that started going, all of a sudden I was like, I'm usually like a pretty big like planner. Like, I plan things out a lot. I upload, 6 weeks early before a song comes out. Like, I'm like a pretty like by the books planner guy.
Yeah.
But I was not planning for that to go so well at all. So all of a sudden I was like, it was honestly like this super intense like stress of like, oh no, I have to finish this now. Like, we have to like put it out right now.
Yeah.
And but it kind of like, we kicked it into overdrive, and I called up my buddy that does our engineering, and he like cleared his whole day the next day after it first went off. And then I called up my like tattoo artist friend, and they had the day off too to give me the tattoo for like the album cover art or whatever. And we ended up uploading it to Spotify 3 days after the demo went up.
I cannot believe how it all came together.
I know, that was like a miracle. And like that, like I called up our drummer and it's like, I need you to record this song tonight. And like, here's the demo. And he was like, yep, I got it. And just came in and nailed it. And yeah, it was a very stressful 3 days, but like the fact we got it done was like beautiful.
Yeah. And you know what? I felt you guys' excitement, you know?
Yeah.
It really resonated well. And that, I'm glad you mentioned that first video where you just were like, hey, you know, I'm working on a song. Tell me what you guys think.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the exact wording, but
pretty much.
I was flipping through and I saw that video and I was like instantly within seconds of hearing the first verse, I was like, this is awesome.
Yes.
So you know, yeah, the whole thing's well deserved, and I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you.
The song will get stuck in your head. If anyone is listening to this show right now and hasn't heard "Who's Laughing Now" by Durie, please go check it out. I haven't heard a song like that in a very long time, actually. You know, like I was saying before, there's music's pumped out every day, all day, and it's rare that you come across something that's just that. Not only musically just perfect, but just catchy and poppy, but not in like a corny poppy way. And it's super relatable, you know, the lyrics and just the whole thing works perfectly. So, you know, I would think people out there think to themselves, all right, they got lucky with this one song. That's incorrect. Every song is so good. I mean, there's not enough, in my opinion, songs. I know there's going to be more.
We're working on it.
But right. There's only I believe 5, if I'm not mistaken, 5 or okay.
Yeah.
You got Losers Club, which I love. I love the video for that. Both videos. There's a super dance cut. And if you guys are into cinema and good music, definitely check that one out. That one's awesome. But I also love the video on the, what do you call that thing?
Merry-go-round.
Yeah.
That seems like the wrong name. That's a technical name for it.
I don't know what else it's called.
I was thinking the same thing. It's it'll come to me after the show. Like, oh yeah,
right.
Because the merry-go-round's the horses, right? Go up and down.
I know. That's what I think of too.
That's a carousel.
I actually Googled it.
Oh shit, it is a carousel.
The one we were on is technically called a merry-go-round. So like, I don't know.
All right.
I'm not up on my modern playground terms, but
hey, it works. And I was wrong. It's yes, a carousel is the other one. Trauma Queen, another great track. This one has a kind of a new wave kind of synthy feel to it to me. I really like that one. This Hasta La Vista Baby, and Dancing Alone is your newest one, which I feel is maybe a little more like on the pop side than the other ones.
I was expecting Dancing Alone to be our like hooking one, or like radio one, honestly, but that one we had already lined up, like already scheduled for Spotify release and stuff before Who's Laughing Now happened. So it ended up coming out like just a couple days after Who's Laughing Now, just like because that was when it was planned to come out. So it got completely overshadowed by Who's Laughing Now, but that's fine. Whatever works.
Yeah,
hey,
my point of even bringing up all the songs is that they all have their own sound. Like obviously it's Durry, but some bands out there that are great, a whole album sounds like one big song, and you definitely don't get that with this. Different feeling for each song, which I really just want to note because I love that. And I hope to hear these songs on the radio soon, honestly.
We've got a couple radio plays on Who's Laughing Now, but that's it so far. Just local stuff, but
yeah, that's all right though. You know, I'd really like to hear it on the, like terrestrial radio. So
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Now, I also really want to note the production quality of the songs. Do you guys produce them?
So I work with my friend Jack, who has a studio called Tangerine, and so he does all the like engineering stuff, and I kind of work really closely with him to pick our sounds, and we do mixes together and all that kind of stuff. So he's kind of the brains behind the operation, and I'm standing over his shoulders telling him what to do.
Right.
but yeah, he's the one responsible for the sound quality and stuff like that. That's all the decisions I usually make, but as far as like the sonic quality, that's 100% 100% him. My
Wow.
demo sounds like trash.
So those are all recorded in studio. None of them were like recorded at home. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when I do those, like the demo version that I put on TikTok first, that's like my level of quality I can do on my own. That's just,
Sure.
I have a subpar mic and Logic and I'm just figuring it out. But
Yeah. Works. I'm going to start with Taryn on this one.
Yeah.
Who are some of your biggest influences?
Ooh.
hit me. Hey.
So
Not
like
me.
this is an awesome question.
Okay.
The songwriter here.
We have a unique answer to this that we've been telling everybody.
Okay.
But yeah, neither of us are like super duper big like music fans, which is like sounds awful. We don't really listen to that much like music. And in our house, growing up, we were ultra musical, but like we didn't listen to music. We like made music.
That sounds so weird.
I know, it sounds
but, like,
No,
that's the truth.
It doesn't sound weird, and I'll tell you why. I don't listen to podcasts. I don't think I've ever listened to a podcast in my life.
There you go.
I just
But like
kind of do what I think a podcast is. Is it? I don't know. We'll find out.
yeah. No, but like also times that I have really listened to music, I find myself like accidentally rewriting other people's songs all the time. And so like
Okay.
I don't think there's some level of value in just like originality of just like trying to come up with it on yourself on your own.
Yeah, you
but,
get something a little more organically.
yeah. But like I don't listen to music in the car when I drive. It's just like silent.
do I.
And,
Yeah.
And that's really embarrassing. But anyway, we took a lot of inspiration from movies and like in the pandemic at the beginning of it, my wife and I just went on this big like 80s and 90s kick of just like every classic there is, and that was when I started writing all these the other songs or whatever. They were all kind of inspired by like like Losers Club was straight up inspired by The Breakfast Club and just like the feeling that movie gives you and all that kind of thing, and the name is even similar, like
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're all kind of just general vibes from different movies and visual scenes and stuff. I like to write very visually and
I'm a huge movie fan, so I just put it together now. I think that's why I really like you guys' sound. I think that
Yeah.
you know what I mean, because I understand what you're saying. Like if you're making an album or even if you're making a movie, it's hard to watch other things because you almost feel like you're stealing from it, even though you're not.
Yeah.
There's such a fine line between inspiration and just straight up stealing something. So to not listen to music is probably the smartest thing to do.
What I've done a couple times is like if I'm feeling like exhausted, like music or creatively exhausted, I'll like not touch my guitar for a week and I'll just like intake a bunch of music and I'll like kind of shift gears into like and I'll just like take suggestions and everyone tells me their favorite band and I just like listen to them all and we'll kind of like usually if we're going like a vacation or something like that, I'll have that be like that's my like intake time, and then I mix it all around and spit it back out.
Yeah.
Get all the movies
So-
in.
Yeah.
Oh, you said Breakfast Club. Could you give me maybe a couple other movies that may have influenced your sound?
Yeah,
putting you on the spot too much.
Yeah, the obvious one is Terminator 2, Judgment Day. We've got Hasta La Vista Baby is the most direct one, and then and there's actually another song that I released and then took down because I made it myself and it sounds bad, but we're going to re-release it with a full production, but it's another song called Judgment Day is like the name of the song. Yeah, those are the most obvious and directly correlated ones.
Well, do you have any desire to score movies, or I mean not necessarily score, but even just do the soundtrack?
Yeah,
movies?
that's something I've thought about. Would be really cool to do sometime. I've never done it before, but I feel like I would be good at it. I don't know.
You definitely would. Like I said, just hearing a couple songs this morning from Coyote Kid, I can easily see that being in a movie of a high caliber, not even like a shitty indie movie, like a Tarantino movie or something,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I hope that comes to fruition.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be super.
Now, Austin, your voice seems effortless to me. It has such a classic sound. Like you've heard it a million times, yet it's its own thing completely. Like I hear songs on the radio and everything just kind of seems to blend together. But if I heard yours, I would know exactly who it is.
Right.
So do you have any, I know you maybe probably never even heard singers before, but do you have any like vocal heroes?
Ooh.
Vocal heroes.
I like that term.
That's a good question. You know, when I was like 14 to 15, all my favorite bands were like pop punk stuff, you know, like my very first band I ever liked was like Sum 41. And then that kind of turned into like heavier stuff and like, Under Oath and some like, grimier, heavier bands. So yeah, I kind of came from originally like the heavier end of the music spectrum, with, just all those like gnarly rock and roll vocalists or whatever. And I don't know if it's like doing that stuff is what caused my voice to sound this way, or not, I don't know. But yeah, now kind of taking those like rock roots and putting them into kind of a pop format is kind of where we've landed, where, there's some, I mean, I can't turn off the grime in my voice, but when you sing a, poppy melody or whatever, it kind of gives it a different flavor. Like usually if people have a grimy voice, you kind of do what it feels obvious for that. You would do, just rock or whatever, but I
feel like you're kind of contradicting a little bit with
exactly.
our music.
Yeah. But you know what? It works really well. Like,
it does.
And now it makes sense to me in Who's Laughing Now. Each verse gets a little, what's the word I'm looking for? A little more intense, a little more aggressive.
Having dynamics in songs is like my biggest, like when I don't hear a song that like ends up different than it starts, it like drives me crazy. I'm like, it has to like go somewhere.
That was the first thing that hooked me. Like I said, when I saw the first video and the inflection on Tattoo, I'm not going to bother singing. That's your job. No, you don't trust me. Trust me. You don't want to hear that. That's the first thing that hooked me. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like that instantly sparked something in me. I feel like an old fuck when I say this, but they don't make songs like this anymore. They don't make them like this anymore.
I think that secretly they do. They just don't get popular. Like I think I know a lot of like really good bands that just can't seem to break through. I don't know.
It's so true. I think that's why I was so excited when I heard this, was because I was like, all right, yeah, finally. Like I would find this awesome on its own, but I'd have to search and hopefully stumble upon it. But to see a lot of people and blowing you guys up, like the same thing I would like, made me really excited. For once, I didn't feel like some fucking weirdo, like sifting through a record store for 5 hours trying to find something cool. It just showed up. Now this song got so big, it's part of Rocksmith video game.
So it got picked up by someone who made like a custom chart for Rocksmith. So it wasn't on like mainstream Rocksmith, I don't think. But there's like communities of people on like, I think it's called like customforge.com or something like that. And yeah, someone took the time to chart out the song and put it on there, which is awesome. I played Guitar Hero as a kid. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember playing Rock Band. I had Rock Band. I had I had the drums, the mic, the guitar. I was good at the drums, but everything else, I don't know.
I feel like drums are the only guitar or Rock Band skill that like actually transfers to real instruments. Is like,
yes,
if you can hold a beat on drums, that's it. Like
right. I mean, I've tried to play the guitar before. It's just not my thing. And I was oddly good at the Rock Band guitar, so it's not accurate. Now you guys have an upcoming show in Minneapolis. Is it sold out?
I don't believe it's sold out yet.
Okay.
But I know, I mean, we sold, it was like almost half in like the first like day or two. So it's, for sure gonna
It's gonna go pretty fast.
Not for sure. I shouldn't say that because that's when it doesn't happen. But we're pretty confident it'll sell out.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
When is it?
That
When
is
is it?
November 24th, Thanksgiving Eve, or
Wow.
Blackout Wednesday, is what I've heard it called before.
That is definitely gonna sell out. There's probably gonna be more people than should be there.
Yeah. Yeah, but it'll be our first headlining show ever. It's our like 4th show ever, I think.
Wow.
So
yeah, ever at all.
yeah. Not too bad of a track record so far.
Now, how do you feel about performing live? Do you prefer recording, or do you like the feeling of performing live better?
So I've been performing live for like ever. It's like I don't even have to think about it. It's just like what I do. But Taryn, you can answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have only played like 3 live shows ever in my life. The first one I was actually very sick, not with COVID, just a cold, but like so I didn't quite get the same thrill from that one. But and we've done some smaller shows otherwise. So I think it's really fun though. I think it's my favorite part is the people connection. My little extroverted self kind of thrives. So I'm excited to get more experience in that. I like recording too, but only because it's more comfortable.
Yeah.
But
you can have a redo when you're recording.
right, exactly.
Yes.
Got one shot with live shows. But yeah, so I mean, so far I've loved it, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're a natural. You're gonna be fine. All right. I mean, you
Okay.
just started playing guitar last year, and you're in an amazing band with amazing songs, and you're gonna be great. You know, I've been doing this for a little over a year, and I still have the jitters when I meet somebody new or come on. You know, nothing's ever really gone wrong, but there's always that feeling of, but what if it does? What if the person's a dick or like, you know, I've messed up on here, but that's the best part about recording is that I can cut it out. I do a live stream for another show that I do, and I fuck up all the time on it. And at this point, I'm just like, whatever, it's just part of the show. Now, you guys, you got some merch out, or you had some merch out. It is sold out.
We did a pre-sale, like a digital pre-sale thing. And then we had a cutoff date is when we like ordered everything. We're just doing that for now, just because like it doesn't make sense to have a big stockpile of merch. Kind of like we're just gonna order exactly what people want. So we're not wasting any money or anything like that, because right now it's still early on. We don't have like any like funds at all. So so we're still counting our pennies at this point. But we did a big pre-order on merch. We have another like line we're working on. It's going to be all like Losers Club focused. I was going to bring that up. It's the rat, right? It's like a rat upside down.
It's a possum. It's a possum.
It looks like a rat.
It kind of looks like.
Does look a rat.
Yeah.
I want that jacket.
Yeah. We took like a poll on TikTok, being like, what's the Losers Club like animal? And universally everyone's like possum. Possums are
a rodent. We're all rodents.
Yeah. Possums are the losers of the animal kingdom. That's hysterical.
You know, everyone hates possums, but I kind of like them. They're kind of cute.
I watched a fascinating TikTok last night of someone talking about possums, and it was like he found one and it got so scared that it fainted, and he like picked it up and was like talking about it with this just like unconscious like you know, but
that's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, no, but he had all kinds of like, he said that they're like one of the cleanest animals in the animal kingdom, and like they are like immune to rabies, and like they eat ticks all the time, so like they can't have ticks on them, and like they're just like, and they have opposable thumbs.
Yes, they do have opposable thumbs.
It's crazy.
This was last year, but it was during the winter. I came outside to have a cigarette at my back patio, and I heard this like rustling in the leaves, because I don't ever clean up the leaves. And it was a possum, and he went up on the tree like in front of me and looked at me like, what the fuck are you doing in my backyard? Yeah. He just stared at me the whole time I was smoking, like, get out of here, man. You know, like
Got a
this
little
is my
attitude.
yard, man. Yeah, he was just looking at me like, you're messing up my leaf rustling, you know?
On his turf now.
Yeah, but I do love that jacket. I love that design. And I know it's going to possibly be like t-shirts as well, and things like that. So have you decided if it's going to be like printed on or embroidered on?
You haven't made that call yet.
On the jacket.
For the t-shirts and the hoodies, it'll definitely be printed. On the jacket, there's some concern about like the material of how well things will center and stuff, because it's like multi-layered material, so I don't want it to slide around. So we've been talking about that, what the risks to benefits are of printing versus embroidery. So but also we're trying to really hard not to bring the price up anymore. So you know, we'll see. We gotta work that out with the distributor, or maybe find a different jacket. But I really like the quality of this one. So yeah, we want this to be like just like high quality, just because it's gonna be pretty expensive. So I want it to be like worth it, you know.
Yeah, but, no, that's very cool. Yeah. No, I have my own merch that I sell too, but I never even see it. It's like it's produced as it's ordered,
right?
So it's printed on demand. And I
should probably do that, but
like
we should probably do like one of those kind of services. But a friend of mine is the one that prints them, and I love giving him the business, and
definitely,
and we just ship it out ourselves and whatever. But that part will not when it happens. But
I would do that if I could, you know, because I ordered a bunch of the stuff that I have just to see how the quality is, you know, and some of it's like, you know, so it's good to know. It's good to know what you're putting out there. I was pretty bummed, I'm not going to lie, about the Animorph tee being sold out. I really wanted that shirt.
Well, probably once we printed more than just the pre-order, so we will put a couple back in stock once those are back. But,
cool.
But
I'll
yeah,
be looking
those
out
were
for that.
a fun throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like everyone knows Animorphs, but forgot about it. So like when you see it again, it's like, oh my gosh. Like,
to be honest, though, I didn't know what Animorph was.
That's all right, you know.
But now I do.
Yeah.
Now my face is on one.
You know, you're an Animorph.
I am.
Somebody sent us a post of a Halloween costume where a group of people were an Animorph, and one of them dressed as a bear and one of them dressed as like less of a bear, until it got down to the smallest person that was just a normal person.
Oh my god.
That's a great idea.
That is a great idea. Did you get was anybody dressed up as you guys for Halloween this year?
Oh,
we should have switched.
We should have switched.
I should
That's
have
a
been
good idea.
Austin.
That would have been a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I haven't heard of that. But
yeah.
Someone will do it at some point, though.
If anyone did, though, let us know.
Yeah. If anyone did, throw it on the on TikTok or whatever.
I don't know if we're distinct enough though to really be.
We're kind of your average human beings.
Yes. we're big though. That's
we're
our
extra
only
large.
Extra large.
No, I think you guys have a unique look. I think you know, my wife and I were looking for like my wife and I were looking for like a couple's costume this year. We couldn't figure one out, but maybe I'll be you guys next year.
Yeah, do it.
You heard it here first, okay?
Yeah, okay. You got dibs on it.
Yeah. There's a new single coming out, Worse for Wear. You can pre-save it now, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And like nobody has, so please.
Well, where can people find that one?
Yeah, so you know, the easiest way is to just go to our link tree. So like all of our websites, they just have one like link, and it's all the links in one spot. And so like I think the top one is Worse for Wear pre-save. Yeah, super easy to do. Takes like 2 clicks or whatever. I'm gonna look up how many pre-saves we have right now, just to make people feel bad about it. Or I'll be surprised.
What's your link tree?
Our link tree, it's just Durie Music at link tree. I don't even remember the actual address, but it's just on our Instagram and our you know, all the stuff.
Okay.
We have 98 pre-saves right now.
Okay.
We can do better than that. Come on.
I think we can do that. I'm gonna make it 99 right now.
Yes,
please.
Nice.
All right, give me 1 second.
All right, I'll reload the page when it's done. See how fast.
You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna share the screen here. All right, let's share. You
Uh,
should be able.
you might have to put in your password. I will tell you for Facebook or whatever. So
That's all right.
That
I get that notification all the time. It says your password's been compromised, and then, you know, whatever. I've ignored it for like a half a year. So
Oh boy.
if you want my password, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see here.
Why am I on Facebook?
Yeah, Instagram is where it's about to go. Bingo. Oh,
What?
wait, that's not us. That ain't us.
OnlyFans. You guys are on OnlyFans?
No, that ain't us. Durie Music. Try that one.
Durie
No,
Music.
all caps Durie.
Oh, here it is.
Yep, I think that's
There
the
we
one.
go.
Yep, there it is.
Okay.
There we go.
Pre-save. I have iTunes.
And then, uh-oh. There you go.
Okay. Oh, I got to
think that's all
sign
you
in.
have to do.
I think I got to sign in. Oh,
Okay.
no. Did it go up? Did the number go up to 99?
Let's see here. Wait, where'd it go?
Austin has so many tabs open right now.
I have
don't
like
know how
50
he-
tabs open.
how
It,
he-
it has not gone up. I don't know, but that's fine. It'll probably take a little while to like upload or whatever.
I will believe you and trust you that you
It's
will
true.
proceed.
It's
I wanted
true.
to
So,
do
like,
it. I wanted to do it so bad.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Once I figure it out, I'm going to do it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyway,
That was a tangent.
Squirrel.
that's why I love editing. Any full length releases planned?
We are cooking one up. This whole project was originally going to be an EP called Suburban Legend, but we have written more songs now, and we're just going to make it a full length album called Suburban
Awesome.
Legend. It'll probably be out for sure next time. Sometime next year is when it'll be out. Probably like
Springish.
springish
Yeah.
time. We're not 100% sure yet, but
That sounds good.
yeah, we got to talk with some record labels and do some business stuff
Yeah.
before that happens. But that's the hypothetical plan right now.
That's a good release time too. Like spring.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how bad you guys winters are, but they suck here. And
Suck here too.
Yeah, Minnesota. we
yeah,
get those,
Minnesota. Yeah,
yeah, you ever had a polar vortex before?
sounds bad now.
It's horrible. It's when it's like,
Anything with vortex, the end of it is just probably not
I
going to be
know. I don't know exactly what causes it, but it's when the temperature gets to like -40 or like crazy, like just like the most insane cold. Like you can't have any exposed skin for more than 5 minutes outside, like, or you'll get damaged. Like,
Wow. No, it's.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's sad. Why do we live here?
I don't know.
last year we had our first like pipe freeze, but that's
Oh.
that's the worst I can tell you. I don't.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
that sounds bad. So yeah, you know, it'll be nice for the weather change and some awesome music to come out. Are you
definitely.
planning on physical copies?
You know, we haven't been planning on it, but it's seeming like there will be a demand for it. So we probably will. And it also kind of depends on record labels and whatever our financial situation looks like, just because that's it's expensive to do that kind of stuff. But yeah, if there's demand for it, we'll definitely do it. You know, hopefully like we for sure want to do like cassettes because that's super cool and pretty cheap.
Yeah, I was gonna
do.
say, yeah,
Um,
definitely vinyl and
but,
cassette.
but yeah, maybe some vinyl, maybe some CDs. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, CDs are dead. Skip the
Yeah.
CD.
Hard dead.
Seems like it.
Most
Yeah.
no, I think all new cars don't even have a CD player in it.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big
Yeah.
transition for me when I leased my new car, and I was like, oh, like these are useless now because I don't have a CD player in the house. I use the record player,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I literally have nowhere to put the disc. So, but I have a cassette player. Go figure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
is there anything I missed? Because I'm going to get into some like fun questions. But is there anything I missed that you wanted to talk about?
Fun questions.
Yeah, fun.
We also have a music video coming out for
Okay.
Worse for Wear. That comes out on Black Friday. So it's gonna
Nice.
be all kind of right in a row, all these different releases and stuff. But yeah, that's gonna be really fun. We went out, we recorded it before all this Who's Laughing Now stuff happened. But we recorded with a friend of ours. The whole premise is that like we're terrible at sports. So it's like us being bad at sports in slow motion. That's like the whole video.
Yeah.
This is our highest effort DIY video too.
Yep, for sure.
Is
So
that
most
the
of
is that the promo pictures with playing tennis?
Correct. Yep.
If no one's supposed to know that, I can take that out, but
No, that's fine. That's
okay.
fine. But yeah, we like rented out got a golf course. We used like a tennis course. We did some like dodgeball. Like it's a whole thing.
It's awesome. Yeah, I'm terrible at sports too. So
Same.
totally. I don't even know. Like people ask me all the time about sports just because I'm a dude. You know, they come up to me and they're like, you know, what'd you think of the game last night? I'm like, what game? Monopoly?
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I get that. People think that that I know sports because I'm tall. I'm 6'5", and everyone's like, "Oh, you must be good at basketball." And I'm like, "Not at all."
Yeah. You know, people are so judgmental. I used to wear a New York Yankees hat just because I liked the logo and I'm from New York. I burned that fucking thing because wearing that hat leads to questions that I have no idea what the answers are to. They start talking to me about the Yankees and stuff. I'm like, I have no idea. I just like the hat. I have no idea. One thing I get a lot is, what kind of bike do you ride? Like motorcycle? Like I don't ride I get that all the time. Now you can't see, but I'm all tattooed up, and I guess I'm a fairly big guy, but that's so judgmental. I don't have a motorcycle, man.
Honestly, if someone asked me what kind of motorcycle I drove, I would like be kind of proud of myself. I'd be like, wow,
yeah.
They think I'm that cool.
Right. Yeah, no, I think of it the other way. I'm like, I'm just a nice guy. I don't, you know. I don't ride a bike and I'm nice. Okay.
There you go. That's what matters. No.
That's it.
I
all right.
a bike when you can be nice.
That's right. And you know what? And I'm not saying people that I'm talking about judgmental. I'm not saying people who ride motorcycles aren't nice, right? But I guess it just kind of comes with the territory of like that look, right? So let's get into some fun questions here.
Yeah.
All right. We can go one by one, or you can just jump in.
I'm nervous.
They're really easy. Pet peeve.
I got it.
What?
Okay. This is gonna date me hard, but when DVD menus are like awful, like when you don't know where the cursor is. Oh my God. And you like, it's like a nightmare and I hate it. And
I just dealt with that the other day because we went on like a horror movie watching marathon because obviously it was Halloween. And there's one thing I can't stand when I'm just trying to get to the menu and it says disc restriction. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Like this operation cannot be performed. What do you mean?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like,
this is what you do.
I bought this. I should be able to skip anything I want to. I didn't download this off the internet.
Yeah.
I paid money for this. I should be able to skip right to the menu. And yes, when you can't see where the things are highlighted, and I'm colorblind, so it really fucks me.
Oh no.
Yeah. I totally agree with that one. How about you, Taryn?
I would say, so mine, I feel like is a little bit generic, but my number one is when people will stop the microwave right before it beeps and then they leave it there. And there's like 4 seconds left.
Brutal.
And you just need to press stop. You just need to like open it or something, you know, restart it. I live with a bunch of people, and so I do that all the time, and I walk into that. So
that's very understandable.
Yes.
I have so many that we don't have enough time. So we're gonna move on to the next question.
All right.
Bad habit you want to shake.
I'm late for everything.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
I'm late for everything. If I say, like today, okay, an example. I said I was gonna be here at 12:30. I showed up at like 1. And that's like common. Like he expects that now. And I hate that. I'm embarrassed. And I don't know how to fix it. Tell me, how do I change that habit?
Don't know, man.
It doesn't seem that hard. It seems pretty straightforward.
Get your butt in gear, I think.
But,
yeah.
I'm just trying to get my butt in gear for like 5 years, okay?
What about you?
Me, I'd say I have like super gnarly calluses on the tips of my fingers from guitar. And I got this horrible habit of biting them off periodically. And now it like hurts when I don't do that. And it's like this whole thing. And I don't know what to do about it. But I keep on biting off the tips of my fingers. I
had a similar, I'm a nail biter, or at least I was. I switched to toothpicks. I don't know if it helps everybody, but it works for me.
Can't you
Interesting.
get like flavored toothpicks, like minty ones?
Ooh.
You could. They do have minty ones, but I don't have any flavored ones, just regular toothpicks.
Yeah.
And I stopped biting my nails,
Nice.
and my teeth are clean.
Hey.
Win.
Biggest phobia.
Phobia.
Yeah.
Phobias are irrational fears.
See, I'm pretty afraid of heights, and like,
That's a rational fear.
uh,
I am too. I think that everyone in our family is afraid of heights because we're all really tall. And
it's a
there's-
long way down.
yeah, when you fall, it's like, yo, this is a
I never thought of that. That's true.
6-foot drop just to the ground.
Yeah. You're like a foot closer to the ground than most. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, one more. If you can meet anyone dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Oh,
I know it's a tough one.
there's so many people.
I would want to meet Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
He's the man.
Are you a Umbrella Academy fan as well?
Yeah, definitely. We actually watched the show first and then got all the comic books after that.
Right.
My wife and I, but no, I think he's a genius in every regard. Yeah.
I can't think of
That's a
it
tough
right
one.
now.
I know. If you can't, it's okay.
The pressure, there's too much.
Did he say
No.
Bill Murray? Did you say Bill Murray? Oh, I thought I heard Bill
No.
Murray. How about Bill Murray?
Yes, that's my answer.
That's a good answer.
There you go. I'd want to meet him.
Yeah,
True.
he's a cool dude.
I feel like there's a lot of people that want me.
Yeah. Listen, I know you guys got to go. This was a lot of fun. I can't wait to see your dreams come true. And I know they're in the process, and I know you got to, things ahead of you. But I don't think you're gonna have too many speed bumps. I think you're gonna have a smooth ride, and I really can't wait to see, everything that happens for you guys. And I wish you all the best of luck in your endeavors.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. One more question. On a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being hell fucking yeah, how much fun did you have being here today?
I think we're 12.
I'll take that. That's great.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we'll give you a hell yeah.
Extra.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Extra hell yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate this.
Thank
And,
you.
Yeah,
I really can't wait to hear all the new music coming out, and I'm definitely gonna be buying your vinyl, and I want that jacket, and yeah. And I'm going right now. I'm gonna go figure out how to add your song there.
Right.
Yeah, be watching.
Pre-save.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much. It was really a pleasure to meet you.
All right.
Thank
You as well.
you.
See you
You
later.
All right. See you later.
My mama always said I would regret it if I ever got a tattoo. She said I'd never get a job like I ever wanted one with that attitude. My dad said I had to learn to drive a stack shift, but every van I ever had was a just a pipe dream. And I've been burning both ends 7 days a week. But baby, I just paid the rent, making music with my friends. It ain't much, but it could be the start of something big. I'm just as broke as the day I was born, but I still make it work just like everybody else does. It's all just a cruel joke. Everybody knows there's no way out. Who's laughing now?
the Hell Fucking Yeah podcast.